All right. Um, Time now is 6:28 a.m. on September 21st. So I can't believe it. I'm back in this room again. The sun just oh my god. Okay, you need to see this. Okay, whoa. Whoa. Shit. How do I make you see this? Hold on. There we go. It's orange right now. Orange skies. Okay, well. Anyways, I slept from 8:30 p.m. till 4:50 actually, which is the Pacific time equivalent of 4:30. No, it's 5:30 a.m. to basically 1:50 p.m. So yeah, I slept very very late. You can only imagine how tired I was last night. And after waking up at 4:50 a.m., I was like, okay, there's no way, like I sleep that little. It's less than 9 hours. I need to go to bed more. So I just laid on my bed for like a whole more hour. Um, but yeah. Anyways, day one of arc 12 technically, but if you've lost track of the arc numbers, then day one of the period between round 3 and 4. This is not round 4, okay? Like, this is, if I go back, then round 4 has begun. This is not round 4. This is just somewhere between round 3 and 4, really. A transitional period, really. The transitional period between Santa Monica and USC, So, I have nothing to do today. It's really refreshing for me to say that I have nothing to do today. Really refreshing, like, I don't have to fucking go to Ralph's. I don't need to do that shit anymore. I don't need to go to Target, Media Market, don't need to do that. I don't need to do the laundry because there's a unheated washer and dryer here. I don't have any reviews to do. I don't think I planned a movie to watch. I probably should watch a movie though. I didn't plan anything. Yeah, I don't have any college homework. I don't need to immediately start working. I also don't really have any hangouts planned for today. In fact, I haven't planned any hangouts right now, even though I probably should. I probably should plan it all out with Nick and Pink. Nick texted me last night asking me if I want to go back to the school, and I'm like, yeah, that's interesting, but like, for such a traumatizing thing, like, not traumatizing, but like, for such a meaningful thing, like, should we also invite some other people? Yeah. So apparently texting still works because I still set my texting as, I should walk around. I set my texting to my SIM card number 2, which is still my American phone number, so it still works actually. So, Hossein, the guy from TripleLink, actually texted me like 6 hours ago asking me when should we do the tour. Bro, I was asleep. And then I said, like 6 hours ago was, it was 7 a.m. in the morning in Pacific time, so. I mean, no, blah, blah, blah. Right now it's, okay, 7 hours ago was basically at midnight, and that was like 9 a.m. So, still, bro. So I said, how about 4 p.m.? Let's tour at 4 p.m. in their time. So 4 p.m. in their time is basically half an hour later in my time. So, sure, great. So, half an hour later, I'm going to have a FaceTime call with them, and I'm going to look at the new apartment, and I'm probably going to make the decision to live there, so that's great. And then, yeah, not much else. I really have nothing to do today. I should start editing my Film 33 documentary. I should really finish editing my Japan vlogs. I've been holding off on them for so long. And I should just chill out, find a tutoring job. It's actually a little bit more difficult than I thought because there aren't a lot of people who are between Form 3 and 6, right? Who want to tutor English and live nearby in the East District. So, and also the thing is, it comes and goes really fast. Like, there are, requests coming and going, So, yeah, it's gonna be difficult, but hopefully I find a couple tutoring jobs. That, plus my mom's company's job, plus that other silly Christian job, then I will probably be able to hit 20K within a couple months, or within 3 months. So that's my goal, and not much else, really. Not much else. I'm really happy that I have my crispy voice right now. Love that shit. Really love that shit. And I'm just looking forward to eat lots of food, gain lots of weight. I took a photo yesterday with my parents, and I look skinny, but then I don't want to be cocky, but like when I take on my shirt before I take a shower, I do feel that I'm a little muscular though. I think it's just the choice of shirt and lighting, but I do feel a little thicker. Both belly wise and muscle a little bit, belly a lot thicker. Like in the USA, when I eat lots of food, most of the fat, it's going to my belly. It's not going to my chest or like my arms or whatever. It's all going to my belly. So I actually have like a fat belly, right? Not super fat, but a little fatter than supposed to be, Yeah. Goddamn, the worms yesterday in the bag really traumatized me. That's for sure. Yeah. And I wanna, before I have a haircut, I wanna see Natalie once so that she can see, oh my god, this guy's a barbarian. So I'm gonna text Natalie, yeah. So, yeah. Alright, so time now is 10:03 a.m. aka 8:03 p.m. or 7:03 p.m. Yeah, like I'm so bored. I have like nothing to do. Like yesterday okay, so I wanted to watch Monster today, but then yesterday I was like, maybe today I'm just gonna go unpack. I'm just gonna take a day of rest, Now I have nothing to do. I'm just bored as fuck. I saw my dad briefly for like 10 minutes last night. My mom's gonna be gone for the whole day. Like, she just left, and she won't come back until 11 p.m. I have like nothing to do. I didn't plan any reviews. I don't have anything to do. It's just nothing. And then the Hossein from Triple Link fucked up apparently. So apparently the place that has a private bathroom in that building, in that cool building, is leased out already, and that's room 1, not room 2. And I'm not interested in a place. I don't want to live in a place where I have to travel outside of my bedroom to enter my bathroom. I would hate to do that shit. So, yeah, so he's like, okay, I'm going back to the office, I'll let you know. And then he's gone. So, we'll see. But no worries, because I have like 3 months to find a new place. But whatever it is, I know that Triple Link is a place that I can trust. Yeah. Yeah, I have like nothing. I have nothing to do, really. I just texted Natalie, when is she free? Because I want to keep this long-haired barbarian look. But I don't know. I don't know. She hasn't responded, right? Zara texted me and asked me if we can have lunch tomorrow, and I'm like, yeah, sure. But tomorrow I'm going to watch Monster by Koreeda, the film. And then I thought to myself, what if I just watch it today? What's the harm in that? So I think I'm gonna do that. I think, and again, I have plenty of time. It's like 10 a.m. right now. If I leave this place at 11 a.m., and then arrive at Kennedy Town and then watch the film, come back home, then by then it would have been like 2 p.m. ish. Um, and yeah, it's fine. And then by then I would start feeling sleepy, and then there would be lunch, and then there's gonna be a dinner, and then it's gonna be yay, and then I'm gonna go to bed again. In fact, I can even like do the Monster album review like tonight, if I want to. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to watch the movie today. I think I have nothing to lose. I'm just gonna go. So yeah, it's crazy because I have like a clean slate now, all over again. Like again, all the Ralphs and Nijia Market, going to church, all that shit is all gone. But also just college assignments, Film 33, CMD. It's just completely over. It's really complete blank slate. Like I don't even have friends' short films to work on or whatever. Like it's just complete blank slate. Also, Sakuma Drops Candy. My aunt found it in Cheongsawan, and this box is huge. Whoa! And I'm so glad I found it, or I didn't find it. Someone else found it, but but yeah, I'm so glad that I have this in my collection now. But anyways, that's cool. But yeah, it's just crazy. And also this morning when I woke up in my bed, it felt a little weird because I'm so used to waking up either in the apartment in Sawtell or that new place in Westwood that after I woke up, I'm expected to be just in this. It's just weird. It's the first time in a very, very, very long time where I wake up and it's like, whoa, I'm back. And it's funny because when I went back to Hong Kong the last 2 times, I don't think I really felt that way. But today I sort of did in the morning. It was like, whoa, I'm back in this small, cramped room that is my room. And this is forever going to be my room, Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm just really fucking bored. Unfortunately, I'm just really bored. I want to start working on the Film 33 doc with Tova if she has time, but let's wait until she moves to Santa Cruz, and then we'll start off. But there's that. And not much else, really not much else. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Leslie liked my Instagram story. I took a photo of just like the view I have outside of my apartment, like my window. I took a photo, and to a normal non-Hong Konger person, they're like, oh, buildings, especially Americans. But even Hansu liked the story. It's like, oh, this guy's not in LA, obviously. If you see like no grass or mountains or whatever, but then you see like just 7 strips of nothing but concrete and steel buildings, then okay, you're in Hong Kong. Okay, we get it now. But this is the view that I grew up with all my life, so but yeah, that's pretty much it. Back in action, wearing long pants like a Los Angelesino, going to the MTR, and it's all good. No mask. Alright, time now is 10:26 p.m. aka 7:26 a.m. in Pacific time. So let's talk about today and then I'm going to bed. So oh god, I'm so sleepy right now. It's actually crazy how sleepy I am right now. So I pretty much did nothing today. First half of the day was really bored. I did eventually go to Kennedy Town to watch Monster, and I freaking loved it. It's a really good cinema. I've never been there. In fact, I don't go to Kennedy Towns often. In fact, last winter, I don't think I went to Kennedy Town. In fact, I don't think I went to Kennedy Town last summer either. Like, that's a place that I rarely ever even step foot into. So it's really great that now there's a reason. I watched Monster. It went well. $60, 60 Hong Kong dollars, which is about like what, $7.50, $8. Yeah, it's about $8 US. It's so freaking cheap. So it's such a bargain. Watched it, took an MTR back home. Everything went well. Familiar feeling. I didn't feel out of place or anything, despite having a full-blown mustache. It's not really full-blown, is it? And messy hair. Not typical of a Hong Kongers. It's still, I was still able to take the MTR, tap the card, take the train, easy peasy, like I always do, But yeah, went back home and it was around 3 p.m. and I had lunch and I was so goddamn hungry. I ate a lot of food. It's chicken adobo with bok choy and rice. Ate a lot of it. And then I started getting tired, so I went to bed. So I thought, might as well, because I'm taking a shower anyways. So I took a shower and I went to bed and I thought it's going to be a quick nap. Turned into a 4-hour nap, which is basically as long as some of the sleeps I've had. So I ended up sleeping from 5 to 9. And at 9:30 I woke up and I'm like, shit, right? And it felt like nighttime, regular nighttime to me, because the sky was dark. And, I was just so sleepy. But then, there's still dinner and stuff. So I woke up and I just had dinner. Now I'm here, which is really good. But it took me a whole hour to have dinner because I'm not that hungry or anything. And then right now, I'm not going to immediately go back to sleep, even though I probably should. I'm going to edit some Japan vlogs, and then I'm going to go back to sleep. Yeah, but it's crazy. I just steamed fish, pork bone, lotus root soup, like, it's all, yeah. It's crazy how short a day feels when you have jet lag, because if it's jet lag where you wake up super early in the morning, then a whole chunk of time in the morning is basically nothing. If you wake up later in the day, like in the afternoon, then a whole chunk of your nighttime is basically nothing. So your day just feels shorter in general. But yeah, I like the feeling of waking up and it's midnight. I like that feeling a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see Zara tomorrow, and then tomorrow for dinner maybe I'll go see someone else. Not really sure. Yeah, I don't know. I also texted Natalie and Cedric to see if I can coordinate a time together. And Natalie's always busy as expected. Natalie's either free on Sunday for a quick lunch or Wednesday. And it's a terrible idea either way, because on Sunday I have to meet up with Zara, Miriam, and their friend for this water activity thing, and then at night I got family dinner. On Wednesday I gotta go to work, but if I have to choose one, it would be Wednesday. So I'm going for a Wednesday. I also texted Cedric, and Cedric said weekends is completely free for him, but weekdays he can only do a quick lunch somewhere nearby in Tai Kuching or whatever. So I'm like, fine, everyone's got their own lives going and whatever. But if we can't coordinate a time with Cedric, at least I want to coordinate a time with Natalie, because Cedric is more free than Natalie. So I can hang out with Cedric whenever, but Natalie is like, I'm gonna see her once, and then maybe a whole month later I'll see her again. We don't really know. So yeah, but I'm not gonna have a haircut until I see Natalie. I feel like, because I just really want to show off how fucking roughed up I've been. But yeah, I realized Natalie has never seen me with this long haired face before, because all the times I've seen Natalie after I returned is also with me with rough hair. Like, yeah, no, me with after a haircut. So yeah. Anyways, all right. Time now is 6:20 a.m. on September 22nd. It's my second day here. Yeah, I slept from 12:30 to 6, essentially. Or actually 12:30 to like 5:30, I believe. Yeah, 12:30 to 5:30, so 5 hours. But added that onto the 4 hours that I already had last night. That's like 9 hours, so it's a-okay. I dreamed that I fell in love with a girl and I lost my first kiss to her. Goddamn, really sad. I just really don't want to think about romance and like sex or whatever. I just really don't, because it's just like it's true that like around age when you're 18 you start thinking about things like this, or around puberty you start thinking about things like this, but it's like, well, it's okay because nobody around me has done it. Like, nobody around me is dating or like whatever. And then when you're 18, people around you start dating, and then you're like, okay, that sucks, but don't worry, I'm a late bloomer, it's fine. And then when you're 20 and everyone around you are like for real dating, like not just fun dating, and then some people are even like marrying for some unknown reasons, like Lauren, the DP, then you're like, okay, I feel like a loser. And now I'm 21, So it just gets worse and worse. Like, the anxiety, it gets worse and worse. But it's just, again, I just really don't want to think about that shit right now. I just hope that I would meet very interesting people in USC, and so be it. Again, the future is unpredictable. You never know what's gonna happen. Like, I never expected myself to fall in love with Leslie. Like, the first time I met her, I didn't like fall in love with her either. Like, for me, when I fall in love with people, it's like you don't fall in love with them immediately. You sort of have to find out. It's like a layer. It's like onions. There are layers to peel back. But anyways, I digress. So today is going to be a little bit more fun because I'm going to be meeting up with Zara, having lunch with her. Our conversation will be interesting. It's weird and ironic that Zara ended up being the person that I talked to the most out of like all my old friends. Like, Natalie and Cedric could barely or like have lunch with me or whatever. Like, I feel like our bond is like way less, even though both of them are really important people in my lives. I don't know, they can say the same for me, but for a good chunk of time of my youth, Natalie and Cedric are the two only people that I have. So I don't know, it's sad, but gotta move on, I guess. Yeah, and then that's it. So I'm hanging out with Zara a little bit. So originally, my mom told me that tonight I'm going to hang out and go drink something and have a talk, have a meetup with this old friend, my mom's friend's son, whom I've seen before many times, but the last time I saw him was probably like 3-4 years ago. We were gonna have a drink, and by drink it's probably like a coffee or something, at around West Kowloon area. But last night, it turns out he's busy, so I won't be seeing him. So today I'll be hanging out with Zara. That's it. Nothing fancy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, apparently the room that I really wanted to live in, room 1, Hussein from Triple Link told me that it's actually available in December because the person who rented it will only be living there short term, like for a couple months, like Airbnb style. But I'm living there long term, okay? Like, I make sure I'm fucking living there. Like, even after I get out of USC, I want to just stay there, you know? I don't want to go anywhere. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Nothing else. I want to film a movie review. I want to work on Japan vlogs. And, it's gonna be good. Yeah.呢個就係正所謂嘅台灣嘢。
唔係啊，唔係呢間啊。我入去啦，我呢間我唔啱食。我其實我有興趣，我會問一問佢有冇素食先咯。即係因為佢以前係有得就咁叫。
哦係喎，你 vegan 嘅。Bro。你先出現，可唔可以夾少少？
佢哋夾啊！
蛋東西。
夾啊！哇！你多唔多係 China Town 食嘢？成日笑嗰個男仔啊！
Bro。係啊！
呢個汽水講咩？我平時排到嗰度咯，嗰度後面添啊，今日算好啊！
哇，好有趣喎！你去 UCLA 都冇？哇！哇！
我成日都撞到人啊，真係，我好似撞過 Even 幾次咯。
喺呢度？係啊，好容易。佢就 call you 嘅咩？佢咩？
其實我本身喺度燒多啲。
嚇？係咩？
呢個冇問嘅，我陣間係同我哋可以播嗰啲唱片。啊，其實我想。
Bro, start.
有啲會唔會電影都會㗎？Nearly got close.
Oh my god.
好狼狽啊你而家咁。有 Disney 嘅喎，我想聽 Disney 喎。
Time now is 8:30 p.m., which is about 5:30 a.m. I'm extremely sleepy right now. It's actually amazing how sleepy I am. Just want to talk quickly about what happened today, and then we'll move on. Yeah, so today I went to see Zara. So the first hangout of this period, I don't know exactly how I should call this period yet. I'm just gonna say the intermission between Santa Monica and USC. I know I use intermissions and interludes a lot. Like when I went back to Hong Kong between rounds 1 and 2, I said it's a summer interlude, and then it's a December interlude. I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna say this is I don't know, transitional period. Round 3.5. I don't know. But yeah, it's the first hangout of the period, and it's exciting. And I got my clothes ready and everything, and I was early again. Like, I always get late, so it's refreshing to be early. I arrived at North Point Station, and I was listening to music, and then Zara came up to me. And again, every time I see her, she always looks a little different. And I guess, like, this time around she has curly hair, and it's dyed into brown, but it's her. I know it's her, and it's like a logical progression from the last time I saw her. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen her in, I mean, it's not that long. Last time I saw her was January. I forgot what we did. Yeah, LARP, back in January. That's right, before I started the short film shoot. So yeah, but this is actually the first time we have had a meal together, just the two of us, since In-N-Out Burger in Westwood, which is back in December last year. But anyways, we met up, and then we went to the mall in North Point. The mall. It's always the fucking mall, right? That's the place where I went to Pizza Express with Natalie. That's the place where I had little Korean barbecue with Tom and Nick. We went to this Taiwanese restaurant, and I ordered the dish, which is this sliced noodles with fried chicken and some sour marinated vegetables, like pickled vegetables and bok choy. And then plus we ordered a side of French fries, like sweet potato fries. And the meal's really freaking good. It's $102, which seems insanely expensive. But then you have to realize that 102 Hong Kong dollars is like, okay, 102 Hong Kong dollars is 13 US dollars, which is really good price. And that's like no tax or tips. I mean, there are tips, and that's tips included, by the way. That's tips included. So it's a really good deal. Like, the same meal in the USA is probably 17 or 18. So yeah, I'm satisfied. And then we talked here and there. Right off the bat, when the first thing she said when she met me was about how she fell in love with this Italian guy, which is new. Like, first of all, you're a Hong Konger. Like, there is like, you have to cross a certain level. You have to cross a certain threshold for, I guess, a non-American or a person who's in a very ethnically homogenous place to like someone who is ethnically different. Like, I don't know, like same for me. I don't want to come off racist or anything, but like, for a very long time, and even now for a bit, I only want to date Hong Kongers. Like even for other Asians, like Japanese, Korean, I never really thought about dating them or anything, because there's just this cultural difference that just makes everything awkward. But I sort of crossed this threshold a little bit when I fell in love with Leslie. But speaking of her, I kind of don't want to talk about her all that much today, because it's just something that I would like to move on from. It's just something that I would like to really just, it's a sad, tragic memory that just there's no point in bringing up again. But Zara immediately told me, like, the first thing she did, and I think 80% of the conversation we had today is basically her talking about this Italian guy that she fell in love with. So apparently this guy is Italian, but he lives in London, and he went to the US for exchange, and that is when he met Zara. Was last year fall semester when Zara went to Pennsylvania for exchange. They met, and they somehow reconnected with each other, and they sort of liked each other, and Zara really likes him. And it's a very new thing for Zara, because the last two guys she liked are like big, tough, average, nice guys. But this time, this Italian dude is really short, really small, 1 year younger than her, and thus a year younger than me, and like very introverted, very shy and awkward, submissive. Looks like Harry Potter apparently. But anyways, and I'm just like, yeah, congratulations, good for you. I don't feel jealous or petty or anything. It's just like, okay, good for you. There are a couple of moments that really make me go, okay, come on, like there are moments where Zara talks about, it's like, because it's, I don't know, there are just a couple moments where it's like, oh, it's okay, so we dated here and there, and it's great, whatever. And I joked around saying, oh, that's funny, because I've never experienced that before. I've never dated before. And then she's like, oh, it's whatever. No, she didn't say that. I forgot, honestly. I think Zara said, oh, don't worry, you'll get there someday. And I just thought, damn, like, I'm really late to the party. I'm 21, and there's so many things I haven't done still, like, dating is something very basic, like 16-year-olds date, and, but, unfortunately, I'm just that kind of guy. So, there's that. And then, after the lunch, we went to, so the plan originally was for me to just directly go home, and then I'll just, for the rest of the day, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I really have extra time. It was like 2 p.m. I expected to go home at 4. And Zara needs to go to Hong Kong University to take a class. So she's just like, well, follow me to Hong Kong University. And I'm like, okay, so that's what I did. Because whatever, fuck it, right? So, at first it sounded like a pretty crazy idea, but then you have to realize that back in 2021, I would randomly go to places like Toon Moon for no reason, for adventures. Like, this is like nothing. This is basically nothing. And even in LA, I would randomly Uber to downtown LA to watch a movie. Like, this is like nothing. So I'm like, fine. So I accompanied her to Hong Kong University. We went there. And this is actually the second time I've ever been to the Hong Kong University campus, and probably the second time ever. I have no reason to ever go back, ever again. And it's interesting because the last time I went was 2020, September 10th. So this time it was way more crowded, and it's, even though Hong Kong University is 4 times smaller than USC, which is the campus that I'll be going, there's something about the way Hong Kong U is built that just makes it so convoluted. So it still felt like a maze. It's just full of up and downs, and it's so crowded, so full of people. It's like a bunch of buildings intersecting into each other. It's really complicated and weird, and it's an interesting place. And it's also crazy. Like, when I left the MTR and I saw North Point, and I looked at the very cyberpunk-looking buildings, and I saw the big billboards, I'm like, holy shit, I'm back. And I took a photo thinking, like, an average American mind would melt seeing this. I mean, I almost did, having lived in a bland, boring place called LA for 9 months. But yeah, I went to Hong Kong University, and then I and Zara went to this secret room in this secret building, which I actually have been to the last time I went there. And it's a cool little room where there's a sofa, aka couch, and then there's a vinyl player, and there's some film posters and whatever, and we just sat and talked and chilled there. And that's when it started getting really boring. Like, the vinyl playing is cool. I've never actually played a vinyl before, so this was a fun experience for me. It's fun playing with vinyls. It's not that complicated to use, actually. It's really cool. But we just sat and talked, and again, more conversation about this Italian guy. I talked a lot about Leslie, as much as I try to avoid talking about her, but I essentially told Zara the gist of what happened, and, how I just want to move on from her and whatever. And yeah, I just, I don't know, it's just, it's whatever. And then, And then we talked about movies a bit. I asked Zara for help to help me name my movie ideas. And a lot of my Chinese titles for movies are really bad. Like the ones I make up for my movie ideas are fucking terrible. Like Zara laughs at all of them, as expected. So, gotta work on that. But yeah, overall it was fine. It was whatever. And then at around 4, I just stopped the vinyl. I told her, like, I gotta go home. Like, it's fun talking, but I'm just gonna go. And he's like, okay. So I just left. I thought I was gonna get lost. I did not get lost. I managed to find the MTR easy peasy, and then I just went back home, and then that's it. Went back home, took a shower, and then there was already dinner, and then now I'm here and I'm sleepy as fuck. I don't know. Sometimes I act and I think in a way where it's like, I want to feel changed. I want to act as if the 9 months I've been in LA have changed me. And it did. I feel like the last 20 months of my life in LA did change me, at least for a little bit, for better or worse. I think my personality is different. But the thing is, it's not very obvious. And people like Zara and Natalie and Cedric or whatever, like I can have lunch with them, it won't be obvious that I've changed. Unless we go through some epic storyline or whatever. Like some epic trapped in an elevator or like, I don't know, like attacked, mugged or whatever. Then you can probably tell that my decision-making process and my attitude is a little different now. But even so, it's just like, I didn't change that much. I'm still like a skinny loser. And I don't know why, especially when I went to Hong Kong University and see all these young adults who are similarly aged and who are all like, they all have lives, they're all in their t-shirts and their pants and they're all walking, they're all serious. Some people are dating, some people are walk with passion, ambition in their eyes, and I suddenly feel weak. I don't know why, but in CMD it's different. Like when I go to CMD, I'm like a fucking boss. I'm like the gangsta. I can just roll in and I'm running into people I know, and it's such a confidence boost. But for some reason, when I'm in Hong Kong University, it's just like I feel so lame. Like I don't know what's going on with me. I feel like in Hong Kong I have a different personality versus when I'm in LA. Like in Hong Kong, I regress back to my 18-year-old, 19-year-old self, which is still kind of cowardly, kind of new to everything. I honestly don't know. There's one description that really stuck with me, and that is Zara called me tart, which is like just how do I explain it? Fucked, bummed out, tired, lazy, whatever, like a homeless person essentially, which is true. But it's weird because the same look I have with mustache and long hair and whatever in LA, it's perfectly acceptable. For some reason in Hong Kong, I just look so disheveled. Yeah, disheveled is the right word, disheveled. I don't know why. And another thing is like a YouTube comment showed up, and it's on my main channel, but it's in full Cantonese, and it's a guy saying, I've been watching you for years. I'm a huge supporter, but before you go back to US, please shave your mustache, have a nice haircut, and go to a dermatologist and see a skin doctor. And good luck. It's a nice comment, but fuck you. This is like a backhanded insult. It's like, oh yeah, you're a nice guy, but goddamn, you're ugly. And that kind of hurt me. I don't know why. Usually it doesn't hurt me, but it's just, and I just feel really conscious about my own skin. I don't know what the fuck's happening, because my brother doesn't have terrible acne issues. Nobody in my family had terrible acne issues, but for some reason, me genetically, or just, I don't know, I'm just the kind of guy who would magically get all sorts of weird illnesses and weird troubles despite the fact that I don't deserve them. Like, have I committed any sins that warrant that made me deserve having acne? Like, no. Like, why the fuck does my face look bad? And the thing is, it's improved. Like, in round 2, I was like the surface of the fucking moon. In round 3, it's a lot better, thanks to Pink's essential oil. But during dinner, my mom pointed out again, like, you know, I can see your scars, and it's like permanent. And I'm like, really? There's no way. Like, they heal. And I searched online. Apparently, it's not exactly temporary. Like, some of the scars are actually permanent. Like of course there are like dark red spots, but they heal. But then you get lumps. Like, you get clumps, and your skin just looks very imperfect. It's just, I'm forever gonna look damaged, and I don't fucking know why. And then my teeth is yellow as fuck. The first I came back 2 days ago, it's like my family noticed that my teeth is yellow as fuck, and I know my teeth is yellow, but I didn't know it's yellower. Like, something's wrong. Like, I'm not properly brushing my teeth, but I brush my teeth like twice a day, and I brush really fucking hard. I don't know why. Maybe I drank Coca-Cola too much. I don't know, maybe. But last time I saw a dentist, the dentist said it's fine. So I'm just saying, okay, it's fine. I don't know, just a lot of bad things are happening to me. And then it's just like, my family also said I look skinnier. And I'm like, really? Because I ate so much food. Okay, it's true that, okay, my arms or whatever still probably looks kind of skinny. But my belly's definitely fatter. But even so, like, from arms and my chest and whatever, I did work out. Albeit I'm not working out like twice a week. You know, I'm far from consistently working out and like whatever. But even so, I did work out at least a little bit on the floor, on the yoga mat, like push-ups and whatever. I even do fucking YouTube research. You know, I got the prowler push-ups, I got the slanted push-ups, I do shoulders, I'm lifting the fucking clothes washing juice. You know, I'm doing something. I make sure my lung muscles, my intercostal muscles are hurting. But yet, it's like it's not enough. It's like, no matter how much I eat, no matter how many exercises I do, no matter what I fucking do, my skin is forever fucked. My face skin is fucked. And my teeth is yellow as hell. And I'm just a skinny loser with a deformed body, like some pure Titan in Attack on Titan. Like, I don't know why. Like, what did I deserve to look so bad? Like, what the fuck, you know? I don't know. I just suddenly, a lot of insecurities is hitting me again. Like, I just feel lame, and I feel like it's, I feel ugly. And in America, if you tell people, oh, I feel ugly, it's like, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. Like, you should be confident. You're fine that way. I mean, everybody's got imperfections, but in here, it's like, yeah, you're pretty fucking ugly. You know? It's just like, I don't know. I just don't know what's wrong with me. Is this the stress? Am I just secretly depressed as fuck? But it's like physical depression. It's not like mental depression. So yeah, I'm sad and I'm lonely all the time. But I'm so desensitized to sadness that there are moments where I'm so sad that I don't even feel sad. I don't have sad thoughts, but my body's having physical reactions to that sadness. And those physical reactions are like, you know, fucked up skin and like, I don't know, bad sleep or whatever, and which results to bad muscle building. Like what's wrong with me? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm terrible. And then like, just again with the dating and relationships thing, like I don't want to think about it, but I am pretty fucking bad. Like if I tell anyone, like Natalie Cedric, you know how I thought that a year in the USA, I'm going to come back and I'm going to have a girlfriend and I'm going to be like buff and strong, I'm going to have super long hair, I'm going to look gangster as fuck. But instead, I just look disheveled, homeless, still lonely, still unemployed, no life. It's just, it's bad. And I feel like I'm doing a lot of this to impress people like Natalie. I want Natalie to be like, oh my god, Enoch's like different now. And that's so petty. There's a reason why I don't want to shave and I don't want to have a haircut until I see Natalie, because Natalie has not seen me in this look before. for better or worse. Maybe she'll see me like this and be like, oh my god, this guy's like a barbarian, which is cool. I want people to think I'm a fucking barbarian. Or maybe she's gonna see this and think, damn, like LA has fucked him in the asshole, which is also true. But I feel like I'm doing all this just to impress people because I'm petty, because somehow deep inside my heart I haven't gotten over my very underwhelming, subpar invisibleness of secondary school life. Oh, also I forgot to mention that I ran into Edward. I and Zara talked about Edward. Zara was like, oh, I have like a 90% chance of running into Edward today. And then right after she said that, Edward literally walked past us. Funny thing is, Edward did not see us. Him not recognizing me is normal, because I'm barely recognizable, come on. But him not recognizing Zara is a little whack. But anyways, I'll probably never see him ever again in my whole fucking life, so who fucking cares? But I digress. I feel petty. On Tuesday, my mom wants to go to Central to do the China passport, to make update the documents that you need in order to cross the border to China, which is silly. Like, what are we doing? Why are we going there? To go to concentration camps? Like, I don't know, to cut up my passport and get fucking extradited to Beijing to be tortured or whatever. I don't know, but it's better for me to like have a nice haircut, look like a BTS member, shave, and look nice as fuck for the photo shoot. But I just don't want to, because that's Tuesday. If I'm meeting Natalie on Wednesday, I want to keep all this messiness, and I don't know why I am sacrificing so much just for her and Cedric to see. And on Wednesday I need to go to work too, and I'm gonna look like this. I don't know. And then apparently I'm just petty as fuck. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. And I have like no respect for love itself. Like, people talk about how, oh, I love this guy and he loves me back, and like there's this dreaminess. I can't relate, because to me love is nothing but pain and suffering. When I was in love with Mary, every day was like pain and suffering. I cry and shit, like I know I'll never get her and I'm lonely. And then with Leslie it's even worse. It's psychological damage. Despite the fact that I've had some really great times with her, but ever since at some point in May till like June, it's just like purest torture. And that's like the only thing I can associate with her now, is just pure torture. And I don't know why. It's just like I don't have any good experiences with like love. Like, that's why my world is so cold-blooded and icy and dark and distant, because I've never experienced love, because people don't love me, because I'm ugly, because I'm a loser. Because I don't know why. And like, it's just like, I don't know the definition of love. Because I've never felt it, and I don't know what's the definition of fun, because I don't grow up having fun. Like, there's nothing fun about anything. Like, back in secondary school, people hang out and have photo shoots and go to karaoke and have hot pot together, and they meet up and play mahjong. I don't join any of those activities. And now those things are not cool anymore because we're mature adults. So nobody's like really inviting me to do any of those things. Not really anyways. And it's just like, whatever fun there is left in this world, it's just not fun to me. Like, I just don't feel those things. I'm like a malfunctioning robot, essentially. I'm like a robot trying to be human. Like, I just don't feel love or fun or anything. I just can't, because I'm like alien to those things. I'm like fucking repellent. I'm like repellent to love. I'm like resistant to love. I'm love resistant. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. And then I talked with Zara a little bit about Natalie and how, I'm glad Natalie's like my friend or whatever, but are we even friends, honestly? Like, Natalie, when I talk to Natalie, she doesn't seem like she cares. Like, she's just like, yeah, whatever, yeah, let's lunch, whatever. And she doesn't ever like voluntarily text me ever. Like I could just disappear in her life, and she probably wouldn't even really notice. And same with Cedric. I can maybe Cedric's a little better, but I don't know. But Cedric never voluntarily texts me. Neither does Natalie. It's like we're not important anymore. I'm not important to them anymore. And apparently Natalie's doing the same thing to a few other people, like Anne or whatever. And I don't know how to feel. I guess it's okay to abandon friends. If people can abandon me, then it's okay for me to abandon other people. It's mean, but it's true. I mean, I have better friends in LA anyways, like at Cliff, and even Cliff nowadays don't even talk to me that much, unfortunately. But like, I don't know, Tova, Michelle, whatever, you know? So I can just like snap my fingers and just forget everyone here. It's like fine. Very cold-blooded, but it's fine. But I think more importantly, it's just like I don't know, it's just you know, I don't matter at the end of the day. I just feel like I don't, you know. Natalie told Zara that I text her constantly, and I constantly text Natalie very small, petty things. Like, I don't, what the fuck does she mean? I don't text her for like half a year. I think Natalie's stuck in 2019. When it comes to the image of me, I'm still this skinny, cry baby, crying and whining about Mary, you know, and that's true. That's what I did. And in 2020, Natalie and Cedric are already like mature kids who are like employed. I mean, Cedric's probably not employed, but like, you know, they're all mature and they all have relationships and they all have like newfound views on life and spiritually enlightened or whatever. And then I'm just like whining like a little bitch, you know. You know, that's true. I look at the old WhatsApp text messages. It's true. I just feel like I don't know, I just feel like I've never changed. Sometimes I just feel like I'm the same old petty, jealous guy, you know. I say things like, I'd rather be single than to date a dumb 50 IQ blonde, you know. Which is true, I agree with that, but it's also like, I've never held a woman's hand. And I don't know, I read stories about how like crazy sexual, or just like how much of a romantic market Hong Kong universities can be, and then I realized like maybe in LA it's so progressive to a point where it's less romantically open than Hong Kong. Like Hong Kong is somehow more romantically and sexually open than in LA. Somehow, like, which is crazy. Because we all thought, oh, the West is super like liberal, and it's true. But LA is so liberal to a point where it goes reverse. Like people are so aware of like the dangers of being in a romantic relationship or being or like having sex. It's just like people don't even do it. Like a lot of people in film don't even do it. Like of course we have Benny, who was like promiscuous at this point, but then everyone ranging from Tova to Michelle to Cliff or even Christian, like he doesn't seem like the guy who would like have sex and have girlfriends, because there's no point. Like we just see no point in human connections anymore, because it's like it's so dumb and everything. It's like, and I just fit right in like a glove, because I don't see a point, or I hope I don't see a point, so that I wouldn't whine and rant and feel like shit about this, you know. You know, I would rather be asexual than to be, you know, a hopeless romantic, because then I would at least not feel sad and shit. I can just like own 12 cats and it's going to be fine. Like I can just die in peace. But it's just, I don't know, like I really don't know what's wrong with me. I really don't. Like, I don't know what I've done that's so wrong. Like, I really don't. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it off here. I'm really sleepy. You know, I was gonna watch a movie, City on Fire. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm just gonna directly go to bed. That's it. I'm out of here. I don't want to think about romantic relationships. I don't want to think about how ugly I am. That I'll have to try to fix though. Like better haircuts and shaving, that I can handle. Acne, I'm gonna keep applying the oil. I'm gonna go work out. Like starting from next week, I'm going back downstairs to the park. I'm gonna do push-ups and work out, and I'm gonna find heavy things to lift, whatever I can find. And I'll just do the best I can. And when I head to USC, I'm gonna go hit the gym. Like there has to be a gym in USC. Like you have to be broke if you don't have a gym, and USC is anything but broke. I'm gonna have a long hair. Like I'm still gonna hold off on my haircut because I do still want Natalie and Cedric to see me in my disheveled look. Especially Natalie, because Cedric has seen it already. Like last summer or whatever. I don't think I saw Cedric in winter. Last summer I saw him a couple times. Yeah. I don't know. I just at some point dating's not gonna be a cool thing anymore. Like at some point it's just like, oh yeah, I'm married, I'm engaged, and it's like a stable life thing. It's not like a fun, adventurous thing. Then what's the point? It's like drinking alcohol. Like, if I was 17 right now, and I want to be, like, naughty and shit, I'm just gonna drink alcohol and just try to kill myself with it. But now that I'm 21, and I'm legal in both the countries I'm living at, it's like, where's the fun anymore? It's not fun. It's legal and safe and happy now. It's like normal. It's like, and that feeds into the idea that I'm just petty and jealous. I drink because I want to be drunk, not because I enjoy the process, and I've never gotten drunk anyways because you know, or anything at all. Like Zara said don't date just to date, and I feel like I almost did that with Pepper. Like not date, but like don't try to fall in love just for the sake of falling in love, because I'm never in love with Pepper. She's like a basic girl, you know. Leslie's real though. Leslie's very fucking real. But I don't know. And another thing is just like me hanging out with Zara today, while it's fun and all, and out of all my, you know, old world friends, Zara's probably the one that I could talk to the most, because we also like movies. And, you know, we're both artsy and whatever, but even so, I realized that at some point we have completely run out of topics. We've completely run out of things to talk about. Like, if I tell her a bunch of shit about my life in Santa Monica, what does she care? What does she even know? If I talk about, oh, Film 33, Crucio, fucking... who cares? We're on the other side of the Pacific Ocean, you know? I don't know. I'm so pathetic. And it's so boring. Like, I thought about having a story. Like, if I and Natalie and Cedric are trapped in an elevator or something, or like we are dumped on a random island and we're forced to survive, like, it would be interesting. But what's the point anyways? Like, it would have been interesting if we were all 17, but now it's like, we're just gonna say hi, eat a fucking sandwich, and then leave. Like, there's no point to any of this anymore. Like, what's even the point of having friends? I mean, tons of people I used to know from Santa Monica are gone as well, you know? Like, there's no point to any of this, is there? Like, there's no point to any of this. It's just so cold and pointless and pathetic and sad. I don't know why. Like, ugh, okay, well, I'm not gonna leave it all tomorrow, so I can watch as many movies as I want. Alright, time now is 6:45. whoa, 6:45 a.m. on September 23rd. Yeah, I slept from 10 p.m. to 6:45. It's been a while since I've slept this late, and woke up this late. I'm sleeping later and later. Last night I was dying of sleepiness for real. Yeah, I had a dream where a teacher was bullying me. Like, a teacher was making, like, she hates me, and when I did the exam, she makes all my small mistakes like huge mistakes. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. So in about 15 minutes, I'm going to have a FaceTime call with the Hossein from Triple Link, because we're doing the tour of that specific room, which hopefully I get to live in. And then that's for today. I don't think I'm leaving the apartment at all today. I'm gonna just do reviews and watch movie, and then watch some anime tonight, and then eat food, and that's pretty much it. Chill day. I realize I have nothing to review, which is bad. I probably should listen to some music and review something. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's boring because there's literally not much to do with my life right now, but it is what it is. And tomorrow is Sunday, which means that tomorrow I'll be seeing Zara and Miriam again. I'll be seeing Zara again and Miriam, and we'll be doing this water activity thing, and we'll have a huge dinner. So tomorrow will be fun and all, but right now, today is just gonna be bland. That's it for today, really. I'm gonna text Justin or Ken about the table read, because I'm legit curious what happened. But yeah, that's pretty much it overall. You know, last night still rings true. Like, whatever I said, I look terrible for real. Like, acne, yellow teeth, skinny. Though, if I were to be a bit confident in myself, I have to say I do see some changes in my muscles, but most noticeably my arms. My chest maybe a little bit, but most noticeably my arms. And I think a lot of my push-ups, I put pressure on my triceps, and also the fact that I move, you know, shopping bags and all the camera gear, whatever. Like, my arms are noticeably thicker. But you know, if you look at me right now like this, you probably wouldn't notice. And acne, it's terrible, but it's not that bad. Like, there are photos of people with Moon's face that looks way worse. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna have scars, and the lumps are gonna be lumps. But even so, like, it's not gonna be like the end of the world. I feel like 10 years later, when I'm completely clean of acne, and you can still see like the scars, it's gonna be fine, because it's a very light scar. Like, I think if I just protect my face from here on out, it's gonna be fine. It's not the best, but it's gonna be fine, you know. It's not gonna be the detriment of me. I mean, Leslie hugged me and everything, despite the fact that I had terrible acne on that day, on May 20th. So, it's not really about the acne, isn't it? I mean, and then, yeah, teeth. I'm gonna just try my best to work my best for the teeth. from next week onwards, I'm gonna start developing a habit of going downstairs and doing exercises. Also, I have to realize, like, before I came back to Hong Kong, I already know this, and that's it. And that's, seeing friends is not the point. Like, seeing Natalie and Miriam and Zara is, like, just saying hi. But the real core of me going back to Hong Kong is the film industry, working, meeting even more new people. So I want to do that, I want to dig deep into the rabbit hole, So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I don't know. Hopefully, I meet some interesting people. After all, it's only my 3rd day here out of like 90 days, so I mean, 3 months is a mighty long time, actually. Like, it's a bit longer than you would expect. It's the long game, actually, so yeah, but that's the plan overall, I believe. Yeah. Alright, time now is 9:03. Yeah. 9:03 p.m. My laptop is just screaming. Okay. Fuck. What are you doing? So yeah, nothing happened today. Basically, nothing happened. It's really boring. It's crazy because like back in April, back in May, it's like every single week, every single hour something happens, and now I'm just sort of like, yeah, nothing important happened today. Yeah, I just stayed at home the whole day. For the first time in a long time, actually, I just stayed at home the whole day. Yeah, there's the FaceTime call with TripleLink again. Not again, but my first FaceTime call with him, and he went into a unit somewhere near USC, and like the whole thing is just confused. He thought that room 2, or he thought room 2 was the room with the private bathroom. Turns out it's room 1. Turns out it's room 2, because he's in a different unit in a slightly different address, and turns out that room is leased already. But no worries, because there are other rooms upstairs, room 4 and 6, and they're even bigger. And I asked what's the price, and he said $1,546, which is cheaper than before, but not that cheaper. Like, I want cheaper rooms. I just want cheaper rooms. Give me 1,400. 1,400 is now my new max. Okay, 1,400 is great. I'll settle with 1,400. Anything more than that, nah. So, but yeah, hopefully we'll find a fucking room in the future. Me visiting TripleLink USC in person, it's actually kind of pointless if I'm gonna do it over FaceTime call anyways. Also, I'm hurting here. I think it's a canker sore. But yeah, for the rest of the day, basically nothing all that important happened. I feel like I'm not very productive today. Like, I didn't do much. I filmed and edited album review. I just finished editing college update video. I watched a movie. But I thought I was going to do a lot more. I thought I was going to draw. Like, I just really wanted to draw people and draw things. I'm just really into art. But I ended up not doing that. I thought I'm going to read mangas. I didn't do that much. I thought I'm going to write scripts. Not really. So, not much actually happened. No. I did text Cedric a little bit because I realized, oh yeah, I forgot to tell Cedric that Natalie's gonna show up. So I told Cedric, hey, Natalie's gonna show up. And Cedric's like, oh, it's okay. And then and then Cedric said, must remind you that I will leave my apartment at 11:45 at the latest. And I'm like, yeah, it's alright. So maybe we can meet at 12. And he said, sure. And I said, yeah, let's meet at Taikoo City Plaza. And he's like, sure. I don't know, there's something so like cold and distant and like nothing about his responses. And the same with Natalie. Natalie gives me these one-word responses. It just makes me feel bad for talking to her. Like, it makes me feel terrible. And I just, I don't know, I don't know, I just, and it's not because, you know, I'm sort of like gone, because people like Zara and Miriam and Pink do text me. Pink just texted me just now, asking me when I'm free, Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, you know, to hang out. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't really know. I don't think Natalie or Cedric like respects me that much because they have cooler, better people to hang out with, or it's just more in their tendency to move on. I think it's different because both of them also said happy birthday to me, which is really nice, but I just think both of them have sort of like moved on and they're both really tired of the past, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it's whatever, you know. I'll see them and I'll be nice and I'll joke around and stuff. I don't know, something stuck with me was Zara yesterday. It's weird because Zara yesterday asked me if I have a crush on Natalie. I think half jokingly, like twice. But it's true though. I have to reinforce this, and that is like if Mary doesn't exist, I would probably fall in love with Natalie. But the thing is, Mary existed, so I never got the chance to, you know, really have a crush on Natalie. And I guess Natalie is also the kind of person who, I guess, is not mysterious enough. I mean, neither is Leslie mysterious. I don't think she's mysterious at all. But there's something so unstable about her personality. Speaking of which, I spoke with Justin today, Justin the Malaysian, and asked him a little more about the table read. So Cliff wasn't there, Ariel wasn't there, so because they both were on this shoot. And then Leslie was sick, so all the cool big people are gone. David's self-introduction was obnoxious, and then Justin didn't even listen to most of the self-introductions because he was like sleepy or something, but the self-introductions already happened apparently. Justin thought Ken was kind of pretentious because all the Taiwanese men are pretentious apparently, according to him. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, apparently the script is about a Jewish person during World War II, which is cool and all, and I put a lot of trust in Andrew, the guy who wrote it, but you know, it just fits right into Cuchillo's bill. It just fits, with ethnic anger, you know, social justice. But yeah, the script Justin and Leslie were writing, they didn't finish it at all. But Justin thought it was a good idea and he wanted to get it produced like sometime in the future. And you know, I talked a little more about Hansu, the Korean guy, as well as Leslie. And I said, and Justin said he hopes that the class will not have any drama. And I said, it's bound to have drama. It just matters if it's more drama or less drama. I mean, without a doubt, Leslie's gonna find a new person to fight anyways. And then Justin said he's worried for Leslie because she's so unstable. Good luck. I'm out of here. I'm gone. She can disappear, you know. What else? But yeah, you know, back to whatever. Miriam texted me. I mean, I've been waiting all day thinking if I should text Miriam and ask her for more details because tomorrow's hangout, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, I have zero clue. and Miriam just now opened a new WhatsApp group and talked about, oh, you know, let's plan out what to do tomorrow. So apparently tomorrow we'll go to Ocean Park. What the fuck? And it's this water activity thing, and it's a good excuse to go to Ocean Park, because Ocean Park is not a place where you go alone or even go with your family. So tomorrow is a good, you know, a good reason to go back to Ocean Park. You know, I don't think I went back to Ocean Park at all in the last 2 times I returned to Hong Kong. In fact, I forgot when is the last time I went to Ocean Park. I think it was back in 2020, I think. Like, it's been a long time. Back in May of 2020, I believe. No, that was the DSEs. May 2021. So yeah, it's been a couple of years, so it's cool. But anyways, it's kind of complicated because tomorrow is this water thing, like this water activity thing, and you apparently there's a lot to prepare. Like, you need to bring a small towel, you need to bring a new set of clothes, you need to pay for a locker. It's preferred if you have like a phone protective package or whatever, protective packet. Like, I don't have that. I'm sorry, I don't know. So I'm totally underprepared. And then tomorrow I also need to leave a little early because tomorrow night I'm going to Central to have dinner. So it's just one big mess, but hopefully tomorrow will be fun, at least 100 times, 200 times more fun than today. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I was gonna say something and I completely forgot. I actually really forgot. I really don't know what I was gonna say. Fuck. I have terrible memories nowadays. I'm also really sleepy right now. So yeah. No news on the whole, you know, out of the 2 copyrighted musical tracks, the Ghost in the Shell track, I'm asking the guy who scored Dreams of an Empty Street to score this, but no response from him. I get it, he's busy, but damn. I need to submit this by October 8th. Maybe I should just replace this with some other music. Like, I don't know. Oh well. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and I'm also losing subs. I don't know why. I'm just constantly losing subscribers right now. I don't know what's happening.